Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about whether or not you can actually make a lot of money selling Kindle books and ebooks. Now, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to pick the right book to write so that you can make money. But right now, I want to start out talking a little bit about how much is possible to make and how hard it is to make the money. When I first started selling ebooks, right now while we're making this video, I've got I think 14 on the market. That we've written and published and are working to sell through Kindle. When I first started, I did a lot of, actually when I first started, I wrote 3 books that were just something I always wanted to do. And I wrote them more for my benefit than to make money per se. I just wanted to accomplish a dream I had to write books. After that, I started making books with more the intention of trying to make money on them. So that changed a little bit on how I went forward doing it. In order to get started, I did a lot of searching. Watched YouTube videos, searched on the internet, took a couple of courses on how to write ebooks and how to publish ebooks and how to promote ebooks. And it all seemed honestly pretty easy. So started writing some books. I knocked some books out pretty fast. Most are books I'd outlined earlier in my life or had to do with things I had done in the past, previous experiences at work and things of that nature, some research papers I had done. Turned those into some ebooks, got them out there, and everything I had seen online, it pretty much made me think that, hey, you put the books out there, people will buy your books, that's all there is to it, you just keep writing them and you keep making more and more money. Well, the truth is that's not how it works, and that's not what happened. Yes, you might get lucky and hit some perfect book that somehow somebody stumbles on and you start generating revenue with it, you might do great. But typically that's not what happens in real life. In real life, first of all, you got to get the book out there. It's got to be the right book if you're doing it just to make money. It's got to be the right book. It's got to be in the right niche. It's got to be targeted to the right audience. It's got to address the right questions. But that's just the beginning. Because just because you post that book out there does not mean it's going to sell. It does not mean that everyone's going to see it. 5 years ago, perhaps. But today, there are so many books out there. There's so much competition that you simply just can't write a book, publish it to Kindle, and expect to actually make money on it. What you have to do if you want to really make money in Kindle, there's a couple of things that I think you have to do that will really help. One is if you can build a website around your book. And let's say that your book is on how to make money blogging, which I'm going to put a link below on my book on how to make money blogging. And just as an example, if you're going to do a book on that, you probably want to do a couple of different books on it. And you probably want to build a website with a lot of content that brings organic visitors to your site where you can promote your book on the sidebar at the bottom or someplace within the articles of your website. That's one way you can promote a book and get it out in front of people. The other thing you need to be able to do is promote it on Amazon. And you can do Amazon advertising. It's paid advertising. There are other videos on that, so I'm not going to get real in-depth on it. But, you're going to pay so much per every time somebody clicks on your book. And you're going to choose keywords, and you're going to need to choose a lot of keywords. It's not like some other forms of advertising. I think, Amazon recommends you have over 200 keywords in your search. Typically on my books, I have well above that, maybe 500 keywords I'm trying to focus on. That I'm trying to get people to bring into my books where they'll buy them. The other thing you need is book reviews. Now you can go online and search and find people that will review your books, or they'll promote your books to their readers, to their newsletter to look at. Typically you're going to need to have a free version of your book for them to look at, and you can use the Kindle deals and you can create a free time period that your book is free. And different newsletters, authors will send it out to their people, and perhaps they'll read your book and do a review for you. The more reviews you get, the better. So you can't just write the book, drop it out there, and actually expect to make money, because like I said, it just doesn't work that way anymore. You have got to promote your book. You've got to promote it through your website. You've got to promote it through advertising. You've got to promote it through trying to get people to read it and give you reviews. Now, I see if you hung on to the end, I would give you an idea of how you can find the right book to write. And what I do typically, unless it's just I'm writing for fun, it's something I want to write about, what I do is I look for what I can rank in. I look for the keywords that I can rank in, and I look to see how much it's going to cost me to rank in them. So if I go on Amazon and I build a campaign and I can rank in all the words I want for 10 cents a piece, that's awesome. If I go on Amazon and it's going to cost me $1 each to rank in them, that's probably not as good if you're trying to sell a $2.99 ebook. So you need to find a book to write, if you're doing it just for the money, that you can actually rank in the keywords so that you don't have to spend a lot of money promoting it. There are a number of ways you can do that. I'm going to put a link to something called Kindlepreneur in links below. He's got a great course. A lot of it's free. He's got his own YouTube page. Got a lot of free things you can look at there. He also has a software package you can buy that's not very expensive that can help you find keywords and help you search and find the right things to write on so that you can rank in it and so that your books can make money over time. Now, he's a lot more successful with his books than I am with mine. I'm still promoting a lot of mine. I do fairly well with them, but I'm certainly not retired and living off my book revenue. But I am working toward that. And my first few books, I didn't understand the process. And so I'm hoping to help you so that you understand the process starting out so that you aren't playing catch up later and have a lot of books that are difficult to sell because they're not good keywords and they're not things that you can actually rank in content-wise. So hopefully I've helped you shorten your process of making money selling Kindle books. It can be done. It's not easy. It's not as simple as write it and make money on it. There are other things you have to do. You have to manage your advertising on Amazon. 2 or 3 times a week, you've got to go in, manage your words, up your bids, lower your bids, add keywords, take away keywords. It's all part of it. If you like the shirt I'm wearing, I'll put a link to it down below. A friend of mine makes these shirts. He does a great job, graphic design. There's a lot of really cool t-shirts. Check that out in the links below also. And if you have any questions, please let me know that. Subscribe to the video. I'll catch you next time.